kids, here's your host, Pete McTee's.
Hi, everybody. Thank you. Well, good morning and welcome to Pete McTee's Clubhouse. We have a great group in the clubhouse today, and they are junior troop number 991 from York. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Yay me! And let's hear it for my buddy, Captain Cole. Come on out, Captain.
Good morning, Pete.
How are you, Captain Cole?
Good, dude. How are you?
Oh, I'm pretty cool myself.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, you're looking cool today.
Hey, I feel cool today.
Yeah, and what's the cool word?
Cool word is compost.
Compost? What's that?
That is where we can go out into our yard and create a special little spot that we can take and we can put leaves there or weeds or garbage, and what we can do is anything that can decompose.
Yeah.
That's why it's called composting.
I see.
And then we can make fertilizer and mulch out of that.
It becomes dirt.
It does become dirt.
Can you put old donuts there that you don't eat?
Old donuts is okay, but we prefer to stick with things that grow naturally.
Like leaves.
Like leaves or weeds or vegetables or anything, dinner scraps, but you don't want to put meat out there.
So it's better to throw leaves on the compost pile than to give them to the garbage people.
Absolutely.
It'll fill up the landfill.
Yeah, it's a really cool idea to compost.
Okay, well, thanks, Captain.
You
cool
bet,
now.
Pete.
You get your camera.
And I'll be back.
Okay, and we'll be back with more fun. Don't go away. Well, hello again and welcome back to Pete McTee's Clubhouse. And we're having a good time today in the house. And later on, Professor Noodles will be here and Sammy Joe, too. But let's wake up Wembley, okay? Let's go over here and wake up Wembley. Wembley, are you awake yet? Hello, Wembley. Well, good morning. Oh, you're hungry today. See, I didn't even say speak yet. Isn't he a smart dog? Okay, let's see if he does it. Okay, speak. Oh, that was good. Let's hear it for Wembley. Yay. Boy, he's wide awake today. Hi, Scooter.
Hi, Pete.
That's my computer, Scooter. Come on in.
Hi, Pete.
It's Sammy Joe. Hi, Sammy Joe. Fine.
Hi, Wem. How are you?
Yeah, Wembley's eating breakfast.
I know.
Yeah. I hear something knocking on the outside wall.
Sounds like a woodpecker.
Hey, a ball just came through Wembley's house.
Hey.
That's not Wembley's toy.
I don't think so. Is that a magical doghouse?
No. Professor.
Oh, thank you. Wembley, we'll play later, buddy. Okay.
Were you in Wembley's house?
Wembley, thanks a lot. Listen, you need to get the floor polished a little bit on the basketball court.
Did you spend the overnight there?
Sometimes.
Did you have a pajama party at Wembley's?
Sometimes I get the doghouse, Pete, but Wembley's is really neat. You ought to see in that place.
I know, he's got a TV in there and everything. Yeah.
You know, the jacuzzi is really neat, and the big screen TV are wonderful.
Did he get a jacuzzi now?
Well, yeah. Did you notice how the electric bill was just a little bit more expensive?
Yeah, it went up. It went up.
Well, he told me not to tell, but I think it's okay.
Okay.
But anyway. Okay.
Well, I'm talking to Sammy Joe right now, okay? Sammy Joe, what are we going to do today? Just ignore him. He's a goofball.
I know. Okay. He always tries to come in here.
Right. What's
Can
this?
you hold this for me?
Okay.
And this one, too?
Okay.
We're going to play Mr. Parachute today. Have you ever played
Parachute?
that?
What's that?
What you do is you get an old sheet.
Old sheet, okay.
Or an old towel. You have to ask your parents if it's okay.
Yeah, you just can't take it out of the closet.
All righty, then you spread it out. Now, this one's pretty big, so we don't want to make it too big.
Is this a spread or is this a sheet?
No, you're spreading out the sheet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, can you handle that, Professor?
I guess. So far, it's not exactly rocket science.
Okay.
Did I ever tell you I'm a rocket scientist too, Pete?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
okay.
and I don't care, Professor.
Okay, we'll get to that later.
Okay.
What about
now what do we do?
You hold on to one of the sides of the sheet. Actually, you can put the balls down for a second.
Okay,
we're going to hold on
Take this whole, what do we got here?
There we go.
We're going to open the whole
like
thing up?
this.
Yeah,
Boy,
just like that.
Sheet.
It's like a big parachute.
Oh, okay. We got this whole thing. Okay, got
now,
this.
there's a lot of things you can do here.
Well, okay.
All right?
Well, what?
The first thing you can do just to get your muscles moving is just walk around in a circle.
Okay,
Can you
I can do that.
We can do this. This we can do.
Everybody grabs a little piece of the sheet or the towel.
This we can do.
All right,
Okay, now
that wasn't so hard.
Okay, that's pretty
you guys
good.
okay with that?
Yeah, now what?
All right, then another thing you can do is you fluff it up like this, and it comes up over your head.
And then down.
Up over your head.
Okay.
Ready?
Hey, let's do that again.
Up.
Ready up.
This time, we're going to all three run underneath and meet in the middle.
Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3.
In the middle.
All right. Okay.
I have to come back in. I've lost them.
Who turned the lights out?
I've lost them.
No, guys.
Who turned the lights out?
Oh, careful there.
I was under that.
Dark there.
I almost lost both of you.
Did I mess my hair up?
All
I
right.
worked so hard.
Yeah, your hair is kind of goofy.
Okay, now what are we doing here?
When
What do
you
we do
get
with
the
the
hang
balls?
of this, what you do is you run in, and then you run back out, you run in, you run back out. You just don't go under there and
that's
stay under there.
exercise.
Okay, it's exercise.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, what do we have with these things?
Yeah, what do we do
All
with
right,
the balls
this is the fun part. Put the balls in the middle.
Okay, got them in there.
All right, you can have big balls, small balls, any size.
Okay.
Then you just pop them up and you try to keep them in. Now don't let them. Whoa! Professor's getting out of control.
That's a good one.
Professor!
What?
You
Whoa.
jumped too much.
Thank you.
Pete, that is a force. You know, you
Is
put
it
tension.
science?
Yes, you put tension on the sheets, and that makes the sheets go up in the
And
air.
it's gravity.
Causing the balls to go up in the air, causing the balls to come back down, gravity, and hopefully we don't blow the clubhouse up at the same time.
Can we
Be
do it again?
careful. Yeah, now.
Here we go.
Try to keep them in there if you
Okay.
can. That's the
whoa.
object.
Oh, we lost one.
Okay.
We've lost one. We have two
We
more.
got two. Oh, good block there,
Careful,
Pete.
Pete. Wow, Professor.
Oh, man. You know something? This is pretty...
You're going too fast, Professor.
Shoot,
Could you do this?
Professor.
Could you do this with like a toaster or
No, Professor.
how about your no, I guess that wouldn't work either.
How about
Your automobile.
Donuts?
You pop them up in the air
Can
and
you
catch
put donuts in there and
Donuts
throw
would-
them up in the air and then try to bite them?
Okay.
Well, you could, but
That
it
would
would
be
get a
good
big mess on the
exercise.
floor.
Okay,
You'd
put
have
that
to
back
do
in
that
here once, and
outside.
let's see how this
Let's
goes
see if
again.
we
Okay,
can do
you
one
and
ball
Sammy
here.
Joe do it. Okay,
Ready?
Professor?
Okay, what are you going to do, Pete?
I'm going to watch.
Okay.
Here we go. Up.
Oh, you
Okay.
messed up.
Okay, well, there we go.
Here we
Help
go.
there. Toss it back
Throw it
in
in there.
Throw it in there.
Thank
Okay.
Hey, there,
you.
we have a helper.
Here we go.
Whoa.
Oh,
Oh,
you goofball.
Professor is so strong he doesn't realize
There's
his
the
own
winner.
strength.
Look at that one.
Whoa.
Oh, my.
So, Sammy Joe, this is good. This is good for the arms. Huh?
Oh, yeah, it's great for the arms and the
exercise
legs.
for the arms.
And you know, if you could do this outside, it would, you know, air out the
Oh.
linens too, you know?
That's true,
There you
too.
go.
So now, how do you fold it up? Professor, we did this before.
We did this before.
Yeah, let's fold it up. Here, I'll try.
Okay,
Sammy
you
Joe.
give it a
Pete,
try.
That was from that road map show, remember?
Yeah, okay, ready, go.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Wait a
Oh,
minute.
Professor is
Where'd
trying.
Professor go?
I don't see him anywhere.
I lost my sheet, too.
And all the balls are gone.
Yeah.
Phew.
Oh, there he is. What a goofball.
He is
Sorry,
a
Professor.
goofball. Look.
Whew.
Sorry, Professor. I kind of put the sheet on your head, didn't I?
Oh, I tell you what.
Professor messed your hair up
Oh,
there.
I know what, Pete, but you know, I'm ready for more of this. But you know what?
We'll be back.
That's right, we'll be back.
Thanks, Sammy
Alrighty,
Joe.
sure
We'll
thing.
be back. Don't go away.
Bye-bye.
Hey, let's fold it up.
Put me in the middle here. Put me in. No. Oh.
Don't let your feet move from your seat because Pete McTee's Clubhouse will be back in a heartbeat. Welcome back to Pete McTee's Clubhouse. I'm Pete McTee, and this is my clubhouse. We have a great group of kids here today, and they're making lots of noise and having fun. You know, this time of the year, I'm real busy because I have to rake leaves and do all that sort of thing, you know, and it's really cool because the leaves are changing colors, and then they fall off the trees. Come on in, Professor. I was just telling the boys and girls about how leaves change colors, you know. What's the matter?
You know.
Oh,
man.
What's that, Professor?
Oh, I was raking leaves, and it kind of like
they're all different colors,
Yeah, they
too.
got it kind of in my pockets and everything. And, do you know how many?
You
leaves,
made a mess there
do you
on
know
the
how
floor.
many leaves there are out there under the oak tree?
Why don't you leave, Professor?
Okay, Pete. Pete.
That's a tree joke.
You know what? I
What?
almost hurt myself. I almost broke my leg the other day.
Why?
I was raking leaves. I
Was
almost
it-
fell out of the tree, Pete. Nobody ever told me they have to hit the ground
No,
before you rake them.
you don't rake leaves in the tree. They fall off and then you rake them on the ground, you goofball.
See, Pete, I figured that,
Yeah.
you know, if you can save a step,
Yeah.
right, you'll be better off, see? So I decided to get them before they fell, you know? That way, you save yourself a step.
Leave well enough alone, Professor.
Yeah, he knows.
Well, yeah, Scooter.
What do you think,
yeah.
kids? Is that a smart idea?
Well, yeah, I think it...
No. I think they said no.
I think it was kind of a collective. No. So
yeah.
anyway, Pete, what are you talking about today?
I was just saying how busy I am this time of the year because, you know, it's fall and you have to rake leaves.
How did I tell you I was like raking leaves, and I got like leaves all in my pockets.
Professor, you're getting stuff all over the floor.
There's leaves.
You're going to have to sweep the floor, you know.
Leaf pieces everywhere. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're talking about
and that's
leaves.
all I know, but you know they change colors, but I really don't know why. You're a scientist. Why do leaves change color in the fall, Professor?
Because it's time to, Pete.
Oh, and why do they fall off the trees?
Because they're tired of hanging on. You know, they hang on from the beginning of spring when they first bud, right? They're hanging on, and all of a sudden it gets so... I mean, they can only do that for so long in the wind and the rain in the summertime, and then when the fall rolls around, they go, tired, and as soon as they, like, relax their grip, bang, down they go.
I don't think that's true.
Sure, on a quiet afternoon, you can hear leaves going,
Professor,
falling off all over the place.
are you kidding me, Professor?
Well, Pete, if I am, would you know it?
Yes,
Okay.
I think I do this time.
I think I do.
I don't
Anyway.
think that's true, Professor.
Well, I thought we'd talk a little bit about leaves, too, today, because Pete, Professor, use your L noodle.
What's the L stand for?
Stands for leaves, Pete.
Leaves. Yeah, that makes
Leaves,
sense.
yes, everything you want to know about leaves. So
Okay.
I decided, you know, I had the lab card here.
Oh,
and
do you?
I thought maybe
Okay.
we could show some kids at home how to press and preserve leaves.
Press and preserve leaves?
Press and preserve leaves.
Preserve's a big word. How do you spell that?
T-H-A-T. That.
Okay.
T-H-A. Got that?
Got it.
Okay. Anyway, Pete, pressing and preserving leaves. Because
let's get the lab card here.
a lot of
Professor.
times when you're in school, you
Yeah.
want to do like projects and leaf, you know.
Yeah, you know,
collections.
a lot of kids do that in school. They
That's
collect
right.
leaves
So-
for a project. Do you do that, kids? Do you ever do that yet? Huh?
Yeah.
Some of them have done that.
That's right. Well, you know, we'll see if we can
if
show
you
them.
haven't, you will, because
Okay.
all the schools do that, I think.
Okay, so now, you know,
Okay,
we have...
let's look at this,
got that
Professor.
here? Okay.
Yeah.
So now we have some basic things for leaves. First of all, when
Yeah.
this particular thing...
Oh, you have a bag of leaves.
I have a bag of leaves. No, I wasn't, you know, getting too many leaves here.
Wow.
But these, you can notice, these are already starting to lose their color.
Yeah.
These are going into a golden yellow. Got that, Captain?
Golden yellow.
Golden yellow.
What
Right.
color were they before?
Well, I think they were green, Pete. They were pretty much green.
Oh, look, that's a different color.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And that's from the same kind of tree.
Right.
Huh?
All right. And it's slowly changing into its fall color.
I
A
see.
plethora of colors, Pete.
Well, we have a picture of a leaf.
Well,
there.
okay.
Well, that's actually the whole tree.
Okay, that's the whole tree here, Pete. But
Yeah.
as you can see, Captain's got that, okay?
Yeah.
Here, take my pointer there, Pete.
Okay, I have a pointer.
Pull it out,
Hold it
okay.
out there.
There we
Okay.
go. Okay.
This is
now,
the tree.
Right, you can see down here are the roots.
Yeah.
Or
well, some
roots.
people say roots.
Roots, right. You got the roots, and you got a trunk, you got some branches, and then you got the leaves.
And that's what we're talking about today.
Right. They get their food, and it says here from water, carbon dioxide, and light. They make food.
Up
from
there
water.
is the parts of a leaf.
Parts of a leaf. Now, if you'll notice real close in a leaf, and let's look at our real leaf here once,
Okay.
Captain. Put this back here with...
Hey, we're going to look at a real leaf.
Now, if you notice this, Captain, right here...
Right here.
Ouch, Pete!
Wait a minute. Did I do that too hard?
Yeah, this leaf is bleeding here.
Right here.
Give me that!
I like that.
I know you do,
thing.
because it like makes me go ouch.
Okay.
Pete. Now look, you'll notice here is the stem of the leaf. I'll point to it with a pencil.
This is the stem,
There's
and
the stem.
Captain Cool's
That's
pointing
the
too.
stem, okay?
Yeah.
And this is the base. This is the part where all the other branches come out from.
Yeah.
Okay? And you'll notice, if you turn, like on the back side of the leaf, you can see much clearer. Whoops, I'm sorry,
dropped
Captain.
it.
I dropped it here. Let me hold it there. You can actually see tiny, tiny vein-likes.
They're called veins.
Very good, Pete. I gave you a clue there, okay?
Yeah.
These are veins, and then this very outside edge is called the blade, okay? That's like, and these very upper points, they're called lobes, and you can see some of these veins are real thick, some of them are real thin, and the real thick ones are like the main veins or primary veins, and the thin ones are little tiny secondary
vein.
The main vein. So there they are.
Okay.
Leaves.
Well, how do we preserve them?
Well,
We're just about out of time
well,
here.
you can preserve leaves a couple of ways.
Okay.
One of the ways you can do this is by using the wax paper method here.
Okay.
And now this, you definitely need to have your mom and
get
dad
some
help
leaves
you,
out
okay?
here.
Take some leaves.
Okay.
And what you need to do is you have to pick a very particular leaf that you want to keep.
That's a nice one.
Right, this looks like a sugar maple or a red maple.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, now you'll put that in between the plastic. See that, Captain?
Right.
Yeah, or the wax paper. Wax paper, not plastic.
Not plastic.
Wax paper, okay?
Wax paper. And then you're going to iron it?
Well, that's right, Pete. But first of all, in order to make sure that I don't get anything on the iron itself, I'm going to borrow a little piece of newspaper here from...
Okay.
Well, you can use regular newspaper at home.
That's called recycling.
Right.
Captain Cool likes
use it over and over again. So now you put it on here like this, and you take an iron.
And you have to ask Mom or Dad before you use the iron because it's very hot.
Right. Hot. Very hot.
Okay, let's try. Hurry up.
So we're going to put that on here, and we're going to, like, press that for a little while.
Okay.
We're going to press that down.
You know, that's very impressive.
Isn't it impressive, Pete?
Yes.
Because a number of things you can do with leaves. You can add color to them with a wax crayon.
Yeah.
And the wax kind of...
And look what I'm doing here, Professor.
I'm going to give you another word, Pete. Impregnates. The wax...
Oh, that's a big word. How do you spell that?
T-H-A-T, Pete.
Oh.
Anyway, the wax becomes impregnated in the leaf vein itself. And that way it helps to preserve it.
Look what I'm doing, Professor.
Okay, I know what you're doing, Pete.
Yes.
You are called... this is called tracing.
Right. And when I rub a pencil on tracing paper...
That's right. You'll be able to see...
the veins show through.
Right. And then you can take it out, cut it out, and add your own neat colors. You can add colors that leaves will never see.
I don't know if Captain Cool can see that. Can you see that, Captain Cool?
Got that there?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
Cool,
That's
Pete.
cool.
Right.
See, these are veins coming out there.
Okay, now see. Okay, let me see if I...
How's yours coming out
I don't know,
there,
Pete. It smells pretty warm there.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Can you iron my pants
Well, okay. Are you going to be in them?
Yes.
Okay. So, what you do...
that's hot.
Okay, now you peel this off like this.
Oh,
okay, and then your leaf becomes...
It's smushed.
No, it's not smushed, Pete.
Oh.
It becomes stiff because there's wax now.
Yeah,
where the...
I could see that. It's kind of shiny.
Kind of shiny. And then you can add this to your leaf collection.
And then it lasts for a long time.
Oh, it lasts for at least until your mom gets tired of it and throws it out. What do you think
put
of
it
that?
between 2 sheets of wax paper.
That's right, Pete.
Okay.
And
here's another way I do it, Professor.
What are you going to do?
Here's another way that you could press leaves. So you get a block of wood. See that, Captain Cole? You get a hammer and a leaf.
Okay.
Then you go like this.
Okay,
and that's how you flatten it out.
Let's compare leaves here.
Yeah. How's mine?
This is the Professor Noodles leaf.
Yeah.
Okay, Captain, got that?
Yep.
Now here is the Pete McTee's leaf.
Uh-oh. Hey, that was fun, Professor.
Isn't it fun, Pete?
Yeah, we'll be back with more fun. Don't go away. I'm going to keep trying this, Professor. Okay, you iron some more, and I'll smush some more leaves. We'll be right back.
Hey, Professor, what are you mixing?
A new formula for instant commercials.
A formula for what?
Commercials, Pete, commercials. Watch this.
Uh-oh.
Come back to Pete McTee's Clubhouse. Step inside and join the fun. Today, my book of the week is called A Gathering of Garter Snakes. It's a book about a particular kind of garter snake, the red-sided garter snake to be exact. You see, the reason why these snakes are called red-sided garter snakes is because of the red spots that run next to the yellow stripe down each side of their 18-inch body. During springtime in Manitoba, Canada, lots of red-sided garter snakes wake up from their winter sleep. And what is unique about this is that Manitoba is the only place in the world where mass hibernations like this occur. Within weeks, the snakes must migrate nearly 10 miles away so that they can find food to eat like frogs, toads, and fish. When they eat, they like to swallow their food whole. As the reptiles eat, they grow bigger, causing the snakes to shed their old skin. When summer starts to end, the snakes usually travel back to their same hibernating place. To learn more about these reptiles, migrate over to your favorite library and read A Gathering of Garter Snakes.
Boy, I learned a lot about snakes by reading this book. But, you know, I don't really like snakes, do you? You know, when I go get around a snake, I get real squeamish and I get, like, scared when I see a snake. What? Come on in, Professor. Why are you saying Edna? Who is Edna? What? Who's Edna?
Don't move.
Why? I'm talking to the boys and girls about snakes. I read this book about snakes, but, you know, I really don't like snakes.
Yeah, well, Pete.
I get scared when I'm around them.
Well, good. How are you when you're, like, under them?
I've never been under a snake.
Guess what, Pete?
What?
Hold very, very still.
Why?
Be very quiet.
Okay.
Just, Edna, bad girl, Edna. Bad girl.
Why is
Edna,
Captain Cool getting real close in here?
Whew.
No,
Come
Professor,
on, Pete. Okay, Pete,
that's a snake.
No, Pete, that's Edna. Edna.
Is that your snake, Professor?
Oh, well, she was just looking for some fun and some entertainment here.
Get
Pete.
away,
Well,
get her
no,
away.
Pete,
Yuck.
there's nothing really to be scared of snakes.
Snakes
that
are yucky.
Of the non-poisonous variety here.
Yeah.
And this is a like a mambo snake.
A mumbo.
Not to be confused with the dance. This is a yes. What do you think of that, huh?
Yeah.
Is she pretty?
I don't like them.
Well, Pete, guess what?
What?
She likes you. She likes you, and she likes being here in the clubhouse, but maybe
She likes my hat.
But Pete, maybe I ought to put her on the back porch.
Well,
You know,
maybe Captain Cool likes her.
Captain Cole, do you like her?
I don't know. Captain, do you like snakes?
What do you think, Captain? Huh? Look at that.
Oh, I guess Captain Cool's cool.
Cool's pretty cool.
Likes
Yeah, he
snakes.
likes snake.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Where are you gonna put
I'll hold
the
him
snake?
like an arm's length here. How's that?
Okay. Hey, do snakes like leaves? We talked about
Sure,
leaves
we talked
today.
about leaves today. Snakes like leaves. Snakes like leaves. That's tough to say,
Yeah.
Pete. That's even harder
Do
if you're a
snakes
snake.
leave?
Well,
Like now?
only if you ask them to. Well, I can make her leave. I'll put her.
Okay, where are you gonna put her?
I'll put her in the mailbox, Pete.
Okay, put her in the mailbox.
Wait till the mail lady gets a load of this one. Easy there, Edna. Okay.
Oh, we'll get her out
Go next to
before
your
the mail
water
lady
dish.
shows up.
Yes. There you go. Okay, I'll be back
You
later.
think she'll like it in there? I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you don't do that, she doesn't like that.
Okay, well, don't do that.
I won't do that.
Boy, how did she get on my hat?
I don't know, Pete. Well, she likes to crawl up on, like, flat things.
I think she was teasing me.
No. No, she wasn't.
Like
Pete.
that?
No, she wasn't.
Yeah.
No, she was just enjoying the show. Like we do it every week.
Yeah, Professor, we had fun
That's
today
right.
learning about leaves.
Leaves and snakes and
So let's
just having
leave.
fun. Okay, let's leave.
Okay, we'll see you next week on Pete McTee's Clubhouse. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye, Pete. Goodbye, kids.